Still thinking about how to act around Dohalim?
That obvious, huh? Except I don't think I'll be changing much after all. Don't get me wrong, I'm not going to stay his servant. However, I am going to treat him like a fellow comrade, the same way I would with you or anyone else. For as long as I can remember, I've spent my life protecting others. But isn't that what friends do too? Support and protect one another in times of need?
Which in the end pretty much means doing as you've always done, right? If that's what you're most comfortable with, I'm certainly not going to give you any grief over it.
Actually, I've been thinking about how I ought to act around you all as well.
Oh?
When I set out on this journey, it was to rid Elde Menancia of its enemies and search for wisdom in the outside world. Wisdom that I could potentially put to use on my return. I'm grateful to you all for letting me tag along, but it got me thinking, what am I actually contributing by being here?
What are you talking about? You know how to hold a weapon, don't you? That's help enough.
Is it though? Sometimes I wish there was more I could be doing to pull my...
Oops, sorry about that. Jeez, I'm famished.
Now that you mention it, what do you guys normally do for food and meals when you're out and about on your travels?
What do you mean, what do we do? We find stuff to eat and eat it. So long as it's meat, I'm not fussy.
Eating what you like can be good for morale in the short term, but you need to think about your diet if you want to stay healthy.
Does that mean eating vegetables too?
Isn't that obvious?
It does, which I guess hasn't been happening up till now.
Yeah, to be honest, we could be eating better than we do.
Understood. In that case, I'll just have to make sure you're all staying healthy and eating right myself. Fortunately, I happen to know a thing or two about cooking as well.
You hear that, Law? Sounds like you'll be eating your greens after all.
What is it?
No, sorry, it's just... I was just wondering if you had any thoughts on all this.
It will do her good to have a project.
No, not Kisara. I meant you. Was there anything you wanted to add?
Me? Certainly you're not looking to me for culinary skill, I hope.
Typical Renan, leaving everything to someone else.
Rinwell, I don't think...
That said, should you need my skills on the battlefield, please rest assured I have no intention of shirking my responsibilities, regardless of who we may face.
I'm sure no one doubts that. Listen, guys, if we're traveling together, we should probably at least try to make an effort to get to know one another, don't you think?
I wouldn't get your expectations too high in that regard. Believe it or not, sometimes I'm not sure I even know myself all that well.
Something wrong? You look like you're deep in thought.
Not exactly. I was merely thinking about you two and your sense of etiquette.
Oh?
Etiquette?
Indeed. To be quite frank, I find your lack of manners to be nigh intolerable.
That's not being frank, that's being Forget it. Do we really need to talk about this now?
Yes. I find such impropriety on your parts to be deeply unsettling. It concerns me greatly.
What do you want us to do? We were slaves. We never got to learn how to be proper like you.
Yeah, what he said. Maybe you missed how we were just focused on surviving.
Perhaps, but Kisara here demonstrates that it's quite possible for a Denon to learn proper manners.
That's because I was given the opportunity to learn. Moreover, my duties as a guardsman required it. Not every realm is like Menancia, as you well know.
Yeah, I don't think it's fair to hold us to some other city standards.
Exactly. You've got to remember what it's been like for us living under the Rena elsewhere.
I will concede that you do indeed make a valid point. It would appear, for all my espousing the virtues of equality between our peoples, I was still looking down on the two of you.
You don't need to beat yourself up. I wasn't that offended by what you said, man.
Nevertheless, I shall mind my words from here on out. Having said that, I do believe you two would still benefit from learning the basics of proper society. I would be more than happy to teach you both when we camp out, if you like.
Yeah, no, I'll pass. Acting all prim and proper isn't really my style.
If you say so. How about you, Law? Would you like to learn? Although I suppose my first task is to reform your attitude toward the idea of good etiquette.
You're not gonna let this go, are you? Looks like we made it here in one piece. Why are you looking at me like that?
That armor you wear is standard issue for the Menancian Guard, right?
Originally, I've added some flair to it in a lot of places.
I noticed, especially with that open back.
We guardsmen pride ourselves on never showing our back to our enemies. It's my way of making myself live up to that. Plus, it makes it that much lighter and easier to maintain.
Dohalim, do you have anything to say about this?
Every guardsman is allowed to wear their armor as they see fit.
And you, La?
Why are you asking me?
Dohalim, your spare bracers were getting dirty, so I polished them up along with the rest of your equipment.
Why, thank you, Kisara. I greatly appreciate that.
Maybe it's just my imagination, but you sure seem to fuss over Dohalim a whole lot, Kisara.
It is a little strange. Almost like you're still in his service.
Really? That's certainly not my intention. Besides, he's not the only one I'm like that with. Hey, Law, I saw your clothes were starting to get holes in them, so I stitched them back up for you.
Oh, wow. Thanks, Kisara.
Point taken. Do you just like looking after people?
I wouldn't go so far as to say I like it, but I get anxious if I don't. I'd always like to help if I can. It comes naturally to me. Back in the day, Miguel and I used to look after the younger kids a lot, so that's probably where it comes from. He taught me everything I know, and I mean everything. How to cook with wild plants, how to sew clothes so they'll last. Without him, we never would have been able to survive.
However, you're not a lord anymore, Dohalim. You need to get used to the idea that people aren't just going to wait on you hand and foot.
Yes, you're absolutely right. I'm ashamed to admit that I felt no qualms about her doing all that for me. As both a Renan and especially as a lord, one becomes too accustomed to those beneath you tending to your every need, both Renans and Danans alike.
Sure, that's how all you Renans are probably raised. But just to be clear, we're not your servants, Dohalim. Got that?
Absolutely. Moments such as this provide me with ample opportunity to confront my unease. It is difficult to tend with my own motivations.
What do you mean?
The truth of the matter is that my espousal of coexistence in Menancia hardly came from an idealistic place. That instinctive unease I feel deep within serves as a reminder for what it is that all of us here fight for.
Don't be so hard on yourself. No one's going to abandon you if you aren't always perfect.
Looking at her now, I think she's more like his mom than his servant.
Thanks for waiting. Eat as much as you like.
Kisara, let's talk for a bit.
Sorry for rambling on so much about my past earlier.
Don't sweat it. It was fun hearing you reminisce about the good old days.
Come on, you don't have to pretend with me. I know I can tend to go on sometimes when it comes to my brother.
You said it, not me. Anyway, I don't think it's something for you to be embarrassed about.
Hey, Alphen. When you were a kid, was there ever a time when you had to bury someone younger than you?
Well, it's hard to say. I'm guessing that you have, though.
Yeah. During the previous crown contest, with the Lord before Dohalim. Life back then was truly hell. I think that's why I tried to ignore what Miguel was telling me for so long. Because I was afraid of going back to such a dark time. Of losing hope. I wanted to believe in our paradise so much that I doubted the one person I should have trusted most. I don't blame Dohalim for that. I simply didn't want to face facts. And I ended up trying to project my ideals onto everyone else.
It's strange. Whenever you and Dohalim talk about Menancia, it's always like it's some big failure. We're talking about fixing 300 years worth of damage here. Isn't it a bit optimistic to think it was all going to be resolved after only 5?
You might be right. Maybe it was a mistake when Menancia... No. When I decided to stop seeing the darkness in our society. I have to admit the truth. To myself, first of all. I'll take watch tonight. It's okay. Rise and shine. We're almost ready to leave.
Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.
Out of my way!
Take this!
Glacial Spear!
You're finished! Eternal Devastation! Dragon Form!
Air Thrust!
Mega Sonic Thrust!
Airborne
You're
Beam!
mine!
Monster Spectrum! Raging Cascade!
Here I come!
Freeze Blaster!
We got fire!
I've got this! Let us start!
Make it rain!
You're mine!
Frozen!
Hammer!
Nicely done!
Not a chance!
All thanks to you.
Stardust!
Field! Glacial Spear!
Lunar
Nothing
Rondo!
made it! I never miss! Now!
Law! I'll stop your movement.
And I'll stop your life!
This calls for a celebratory drink.
Get lost!
Take this!
This one is mine.
Glacial
Spear!
Be still! You're finished!
Freeze Laser! I'm also good with airborne targets!
Here I come! You're finished! It's on!
I'm free! Why can't they just sit still?
Make it
Seal,
rain!
can you take care of them?
Frozen!
Hammer! Next time, do you think we could add some more flames into the mix?
Huh? It's not that easy to adjust, you know.
An opponent like this should be easy. You're finished! Right now! Take this!
You got
It's over! Eat
Here's a
this!
healing art!
You're mine!
Pesky airborne
Make it
scoundrel.
rain! Sounds like a job.
Go for it!
Prepare to crumble. Think we overdid it? Not by a long shot.
Soaring Alpha!
Look sharp.
Lunar Correction!
Stardust! Lunar Rondo!
Magic
It's
Missile!
over!
Make it rain!
Chill!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Glacial
Not
Spear!
The heavens must be smiling.
Little help!
You're mine!
Going in!
This one's all mine! Here I come! You're finished!
Waterfall! It's like trying to keep up with a wolf!
Sword Lane Alpha!
I think we can get through this.
Don't let up until it's over! No
Who
further!
said
I'll
anything
take you
about
all!
blowing off?
Glacial Spear! Piercing! If it's in the sky, it's mine!
Be still!
Freeze Laser!
Rising Falcon!
Banana, let's go!
Too fast!
Stand back.
Freeze
I'll
Laser!
trip it up.
Appreciate the help. And just like that, I'm back in it. Start by holding the front line. No sooner said than done.
Take this!
Dragon
Dragon Form!
Lightning!
Pierce!
Downfall! Tunnel!
Crush! Dragon Form!
Graviton!
Pierce!
Tiger Blade!
Megasonic Thrust!
Annihilation! Hear me!
Megasonic Thrust! You're finished!
Leave the enemy's arms to me!
Milky Blade here!
It's over! Burn! You're mine!
You made short work of it.
I'm sorry. Having trouble keeping up? Good to know my training is paying off.
That's my cue.
Shut him down!
No
Further!
One more with that
All in order.
Make it rain! I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life!
Now! You're mine! You're finished!
This one's mine!
Now you see what I can do!
Watch and weep.
Primed and ready!
Raging
You're
storm!
mine!
Burning
You're
strike!
finished!
Glacial spear!
Now!
Kisara! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble! Think we overdid it?
You're mine!
Now for a long shot!
In here! Here right now! Astral energy! Full throttle!
Lady Fortune must truly be watching over me.
Out of our way! Like moths to the...
Confiscated! Into the shadows!
Ignite!
Raging storm! I never miss! More where that came from!
Come up,
Heal you
gun!
all! Arch malevolence!
You're finished!
Healing circle! In here!
You're mine!
Arch
The enemy
heal!
wields arts too.
You'll soon see about that!
Swallow blade!
You're stronger than any Revan soldier I've ever met. They don't just let anybody have a place in the Royal Guard. Indeed. So I see.
No escape!
Freeze laser!
In a bind?
Hear me! Flame of fury! Raging storm!
Nicely done, Xion.
You're flattened. Step it up.
Yeah,
In the wind!
you got it. Rising Falcon! Here I come! You're finished! Swallow blade! Tiger Sword Alpha!
Now! Very well! Astral energy! Full throttle!
Certainly not bad.
No complaints here. Hi, Hoodle!
You're mine!
Going in!
You're mine! Try harder! Now! Here I come! You're finished!
Time to shine.
Burn in hell!
This one's mine.
Take it!
Go for it!
Prepare to crumble. Think we overdid it? Not by a long shot.
Annihilation! Dance in the
Leave
wind!
the ensnaring to me.
Do it! Yeah! Shield!
Go for it!
Prepare to crumble.
Lunar
Not
Blaster!
again! No escape! Slap!
Now or never.
Annihilation! Target
Cancel!
away! Flame of
Take
fury!
this! You're
Burning
finished!
strike!
In a bind?
Raging
Take this!
storm!
It's over!
It's showtime!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Now!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Now!
And again!
You're finished! Rising Falcon!
This one's mine. Tiger Blade!
Glacial Spear! Here's evil!
Sword Rain Alpha! Take this!
Make it rain!
It's over! Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
I think I'm getting stronger.
Gotta break through! It's over!
Not on my watch! Go!
Take this!
Shining
Sword Rain
Supernova!
Alpha! Burn!
This one's mine!
Alright!
You're mine!
Radiant Flare!
Do it!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Did it!
Nice technique!
I owe you one!
Armor won't
Save you!
Now!
Take this!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
A victory for the ages.
a delicious piece of cake.
It's over!
Here's evil. Ha! Lightning can
You're mine!
Here's the power. Here, let me help you. Big waterfall.
Going in.
Take this!
Get
behind me.
Get on it. Here. The other.
Going in.
Here.
Here I go!
Going in.
You're mine! It's over!
Okay.
Here I go! Here I come! You're finished! It's time! Sword Rain Alpha!
I never miss. Here goes.
You picked the wrong fight! Lewis,
Do it!
Frozen.
Hammer!
Nicely done.
If it's in the sky, it's
All
mine.
Full blade! Take this! Sparta!
Back into the fray.
Do it!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
There.
Now! You're mine!
One more.
Rising Falcon! Swallow
Do it! Shield!
Go for it.
Prepare to crumble!
You were practically a blur.
Together with your marksmanship, we make quite the team.
Out of our way!
You're mine! Come and face me!
Here.
Going in.
Sword Rain Alpha!
Take it. One more. Lightning.
Out of our way.
This one's mine.
Slash!
How about here? Make it rain!
Infernal
Dohalim!
All yours, Kisara.
Lightning.
My turn! You're mine!
Thunderblade.
Sparta!
Can't get out of this!
Chronicles field.
Luna Rondo!
Back into the fray.
You're finished!
Crazy Captain.
Take this! You're finished!
Get the wind. Air
Here I
thrust.
come! You're finished!
One more.
Sword Rain!
We managed to pull through.
Phew! What a rush!
What's this place here? Some kind of old house?
I don't know about that. If I had to guess, it probably served as some kind of shrine. Go no further!
Here I come!
Don't mind if I do.
How about this?
Don't worry, I've got plenty to go
Eat this!
around.
Where are you going?
Swallow Blade! Sword Rain Alpha!
Bridwell!
Frozen?
Hammer!
Nicely done.
Here I come!
All thanks to you.
Sparta!
Armor won't save you!
Luna Rondo!
Lunar corruption.
Take this! You're finished!
Here goes.
Sword Rain Alpha! Here I come! My turn! Rising Falcon!
Art expert coming through.
Infernal Torrent!
Here I go.
Take this!
All right.
Throbs
Now
in
where
pain.
was I?
You're mine!
Lightning action.
Sword Rain Alpha!
Tiger Blade!
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
Gotta break through! Here I come! You're finished!
I'm ready.
Swallow
Dream.
I never miss!
Ignite!
Waterfall.
Take this!
Reverse evil.
Swallow Blade!
Ready and ready!
Raging storm.
Rising Falcon!
Do it!
Luna Escape!
Dohalim!
All yours, Kisara.
My turn! Here I come!
Can't get out of this!
Rising
Do it!
Falcon!
Shield!
Go for it.
Prepare to crumble!
Think we overdid it?
Not by a long shot.
Captain
Rising Falcon!
Freeze Lancer.
Sword Rain Alpha! Be still! Come one, come all! Swallow Blade! Sword Rain Alpha!
If it's in the sky, it's mine.
Where are you going?
Strike!
I'll be
finish!
Lunar corruption!
I'm
Do
not
it!
done! This one's all mine!
This one's got your name on it!
Ash to ash!
Hear me!
Now!
Fury!
Looks like we won.
Hi, Hoodle!
You're mine!
This one's mine! Dangerous!
Not today!
Radiant Glacial going in! Here's the
Armor won't save you!
in the wind!
Tiger Blade! Sword Lane Alpha!
Let me help!
It's time!
First aid! Hard malevolence! Going in!
No further! I have no limits! Here I come!
Tiger Blade!
You're finished!
I won't stop that! It's in the sky! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble! Think we overdid it?
Not a chance!
Not by a long
You're
shot.
finished! Sword Lane Alpha!
I never miss!
You could use a hand.
Swallow Blade! Sword Lane Alpha!
Prepare to be sealed, O fleet of foot. Actually, on is more appropriate.
Less talking and more doing. Going in. Healing circle.
Here I this one's all mine! Swallow Blade! Sword Lane Alpha!
Make it rain! Yeah! I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life!
We managed to pull through.
That's far enough!
You're mine!
You wanna play? Then
You
come
picked
out!
Wrong fight!
Don't mind if I do.
Here!
Tempted? I'll heal you all.
I can carve through armor!
Now or never.
This
Swallow
one's
Blade! Now,
Now.
Did you just heal me?
Yes. This ends now.
consider yourself finished!
See you continue on in that
You're
vein.
mine!
Yes, my lady?
Something you wanted
No
to say?
further! Sword Lane Alpha!
Raging do it. Where was I? Get toasty.
Burn Strike!
Take it.
Not a chance!
Go. Raging storm.
Sword Lane Alpha!
Dohalim. This one's got your name on it.
Ash to ash!
Lightning
Now!
condemned.
Take this!
Thunderblade.
I won't rest until I'm the best I can be.
Still striving to be on par. Are with the Lord?
You simply can't be too strong when battle is a part of your everyday. I found some equipment.
Let me take a look at it. I need something to eat.
Through these lands most verdant green, my eyes alight for sights unseen. In Menancia, pure and pristine.
What is it you see exactly?
That's not for me to say.
Go no further.
You're mine! It's over!
Pierce evil.
Stop!
Freeze
Strike!
Ranger.
Strike!
Tiger
Sword
Blade.
Lane Alpha! Be still! Ignite!
This one's mine. Freeze Land.
Nothing gets
See you continue on in that vein.
Yes, my lady?
Now! Something you wanted to say? Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
You're quite the gunslinger.
I have to be, in this world.
Don't worry, I've got your back.
I won't forgive you!
Take this! You're finished!
Don't mind if I do.
Prepare to be seen! Swallow blade!
This one's mine!
Whoa, hey! What
Here I
is
come! It's
Do
over!
it!
Still!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
See you continue on in that vein.
Yes, my lady?
Something you wanted to say?
Not a chance! I'm not done!
Malevolence!
Not today!
Wonderful fury! Burning
I'm not done! Swallow blade! Blade alpha!
Kizara! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble! Damn it! You're mine! You're finished!
I think the enemy's getting desperate.
Got them where we want them.
Don't tip your hand, though.
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Let's talk in more power.
Dohalim! This one's got your name on it!
Ash to ash!
This is barely target practice.
Then why bother fighting them?
Because I certainly won't run away from a battle.
Hey, let's stop for a minute.
What's up? You already tired?
My armor's pretty heavy. I think I need a little rest.
I second that. All of this walking is starting to take its toll on me as well.
What? You don't look it.
We can't spare the time. There's places we need to be. Mahag Sar's capital, Niez, is our destination right now.
But if one of us collapses, it will only serve to slow us down. And in your case, Alphen is the only one who could carry you. Best to rest while you have the opportunity.
Enough already! I need a break, so we're taking one.
I don't need you fretting over me.
Fretting? Hey, it's not like I'm...
Been looking for you.
For me, why?
He's tough.
Who are you? You said you were looking for me. Why?
Beautiful, precious life.
What the...
That is all I desire.
Then why are we fighting? Who even are you? Can't get out of this!
Raging Star! Evil!
This one's mine!
It's over! Swallow blood!
Here's a healing art!
Where are you going?
It's too much! Who the hell are you? Bastard!
This guy's not normal!
His speed is unbelievable!
You mean he even surpasses a lord?
I can carve through armor!
Shield!
Here I come!
Lost away!
Here, let me help.
Swallow blood!
Okay, fall.
You
The wind! There! And here! I'm all get
Good shot!
Throbs in pain.
First aid!
Take this!
Fall.
Can't move! Come on! You have... Tiger Blade!
Here,
Enjoy.
Nicole!
Sword rain out!
Pieces! One more time!
Take this! Swallow blade! Here I come! This one's all mine!
Take this.
Here I come! Eat dirt!
I can't feel anything. I never miss!
Take me without feeling so great.
Guard down!
Take this!
I'll bring you back
You're
from
mine!
death.
You're try harder! My turn!
Here.
Lunar corruption!
Armor won't save you!
To the fray!
You're...
Is that all that you've got? Very well. Then die. A wretch like you? Till next time.
Shion, wake up, please!
Alphen,
Shion!
thanks, but you're kinda crushing me.
Sorry.
It's okay. And so am I. It's not as bad as it looks.
Not bad. That's... Shion, we thought
I'm
you were...
fine. Really.
What the hell were you thinking?
Well, You were trying to protect me too, you know.
Yeah, but I have the sword. It's different.
It's not different. Besides,
Hmm?
Never mind. It's nothing. Anyway, thank you.
But I didn't. Look, I'm just glad that you're...
Alphen?
Sorry.
That guy said he'd be back. I think maybe we should get moving before he returns, right?
Rinwell has a good point. We need to go. Shion, are you sure you're okay?
Shion, are you sure you're okay?
Yeah, I already applied some healing arts to it. It didn't even leave a scar.
But his sword went nearly straight through you.
I'm all right. Unless I've turned into some kind of ghost and I'm haunting you all right now.
No, I know you're not. It's just...
Look, I appreciate you looking out for me, but I'm fine. Really.
There was also that strange light that appeared when Shion was stabbed. It seemed to make the enemy retreat when he saw it. Alphen, do you have any idea what it might have been?
A light? I don't know. I was kind of preoccupied with other things at the time.
Now that I think of it, between that light and the blazing sword, just what sort of person are you, Alphen? Can you use Dahnan astral arts like Rinwell, perhaps?
He wouldn't know, Dohalim. He doesn't have any memories from his past, remember? Besides, we should really be getting out of here.
I suppose you're right. Forgive me. We've almost reached Nias, the capital of Mahag Sar. With any luck, we'll find a place there for Shion to rest.
Hey.
We've reached our destination.
I always love the sound of hammers banging away. How are you holding up after that last fight? You're not too hurt, are you?
I'm fine, really. See for yourself.
If things get too tough out there, go ahead and fall back. I can take a beating if I need to.
I'm not here just to stand around and have everyone protect me.
I get that, but there's nothing wrong with admitting you have weaknesses too.
Do I look like I'm just trying to put on a brave face to you?
I can't feel pain. But you still can, can't you?
Look, I appreciate you're trying to look out for me, but even you go down in fights from time to time. Please, stop trying to babysit me. It's getting old.
It's not that. I just...
There are still so many creatures we don't know about.
Have you been writing stuff down about what we fight?
Yep. It's actually pretty fun to observe them from afar.
This looks perfect. Guaranteed to hit the spot.
Shion, could we talk a moment?
I think it's time we go to sleep. Come on, guys. We've got lots to do.